In this video, I'm going to give you the 3 best woodworking projects to build and sell this fall season. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Zach Vaught. And if you don't know who I am, I started a woodworking business in my garage and have scaled that to a 6,600 square foot shop, a showroom, 7 employees, and over $900,000 in revenue in 2023. I sold that business back at the beginning of 2024. And I've been helping woodworkers and woodworking business owners over the last 2.5 years also build and scale their woodworking businesses. And so in today's video, I want to walk you through the best woodworking projects that you can be building and selling heading into the fall season. As the fall rolls around, there are more people outside. People are getting ready for the holiday season. There's several things that you can be doubling down on and taking advantage of during this season. And so I'm going to give you the 3 best woodworking projects that you can be selling during this fall season. Number 1 is greeting signs and wall decor. One thing that I know about middle-aged women is that they are always decorating their homes in the fall. As the holiday season is rolling around, as they're walking through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they're changing out the signage on their front door or the greeting sign beside the door. The things in the middle of the table, they're changing out and decorating their home. So anything that you can do that is fall, pumpkin, Thanksgiving, Christmas related, those items are typically going to sell really well during this season. Now, these are going to be smaller items. You're not going to be able to charge tons and tons of money for them, but you can have really strong profit margins and keep a lot of the money that you make. And so that's number 1. Number 2 is charcuterie boards and serving trays. This is charcuterie season. This is serving tray season where there are lots of people getting invited into homes. There's lots of finger foods and snacky foods. And these are the types of items that people are going to want to buy to kind of set them apart. People are going to be gathered around giant charcuterie boards, eating, connecting. And that's a really great thing that you can take advantage of as a woodworker and start marketing and promoting and selling more of these items locally in your area. So number 3, the last thing, and this is what I'm always going to revert back to, and this is the season for it, and that is dining tables and dining table furniture. So dining tables, dining benches, and chairs. And so right now, between say August and mid-December is the single hottest season of the entire year to be selling dining table furniture because people want new dining tables for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. This is also a time of the year that people are spending more money just in general with Christmas coming up. Traditionally, in my business, we would make about 30 to 40% of our entire annual revenue in 90 days between late August and mid-November, or late November for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we look at our annual revenue and we would do a massive portion of that in this 90-day span of time. And so I would encourage you to dive into dining tables because they have a high perceived value. They're a big ticket item, so you can work on one project and collect $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for that one project that you're working on, and you're dealing with one client, one customer. You don't have a bunch of paperwork, a bunch of invoices for all these different orders, but you're dealing with one client, you have one stream of communication with them, and you're delivering that, you're collecting a large check, you're cashing it, and if you do it right, you should be able to keep around 60%, 70% even sometimes of whatever you charge. So on average, I was selling dining table sets from anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. We, at the peak of our business, we were doing around $70,000 a month. So we were doing around 14 to 17 sales per month. And we had a system for all of that. And so if you are trying to make some legitimate money as a woodworker, I just want to encourage you that it is possible. I have over 38 clients inside of my program right now that are doing over $15,000 to $20,000 per month. And you can do the exact same thing. And so a couple resources for you, a completely free resource that over 3,000 people have taken advantage of is downloading my free ebook, The Handmade Business Secrets book. And so this is around a 95-page ebook. It's completely free to you. You just got to go to the link below in the description and just enter your first name and your email address, and we're going to get that sent out to you. Again, completely free to you. And that really outlines my story, how I went from a struggling woodworker that didn't know where my next lead or my next sale or my next dollar was coming from to predictably scaling and growing my business. And I want to help you do the exact same thing. And then the only other resource I'm going to mention is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. That's really our flagship program for those of you that are serious about scaling and growing your revenue. And like I said, we work with tons of people all across North America and help them them scale their woodworking business. And so a great client that I'm just going to highlight briefly is Jordan Tate. Jordan Tate owns Fox and the Sawdust over in Idaho. He started with us in the program about a year and a couple months ago. He was doing around $5,000 a month and really wanted to scale. Jordan last month spent $3,000 on ads, and he did over $47,000 in revenue. Over the course of about 14 months, Jordan has gone from around $4,000 to $5,000 a month to now doing in the mid 40s and even the 50s of thousands per month. He's moved into a commercial space, he's hired employees, and he has made this his full-time gig, and he is loving what he's doing. And you can do the same thing if that is what you want to do. So check that out in the description below as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.